Sawadee Khap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Wednesday, May 19th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Check them out on Facebook. Foreigners working for any businesses in Phuket with a Phuket registered address can now register to be vaccinated through the government mass vaccination campaign as all vaccination centers on the island reopen. The mass vaccination campaign in Phuket resumed across the island yesterday, with officials targeting to deliver jabs to 14,000 people a day during the mass vaccination windows in order to reach the 70% population target to achieve herd immunity against COVID-19 by July 1st. Foreigners who want to register must have their human resources department of the company they are registered working for to do it for them. Speaking at the indoor sports stadium at Sapan Hin, Bashira Phuket Hospital Director Dr. Chalampong Sukontapol explained that 85,000 doses of Phuket's designated installment of 200,000 doses of the Sinovac vaccine for May have already arrived, with 115,000 more doses to arrive today. Phuket is scheduled to reopen for vaccinated international tourists on July 1st. But in order to do that, 70% of the island's population has to be vaccinated, which officials say would mean 14,000 people would need to be vaccinated almost every day within the next month and a half. Following the current mass vaccination window ongoing until May 28th, will be the first rollout of the AstraZeneca vaccine in Phuket early next month. That window will be followed by another mass vaccination window from June 15th, during which those currently receiving their first Sinovac injections right now will receive their second injection. Mass vaccinations are continuing to be carried out at 6 locations island-wide, from the airport to Jungsulang Shopping Mall in Patong, to a resort in Cherngtalay, another in Karon, the indoor sports stadium in Sapan Hin in Phuket Town, and a new one at Central Phuket Floresta on the Bypass Road. To help speed up the process of people receiving their injections, Dr. Chalampong urged, quote, "To people coming to get injected, please prepare your ID card, a pen, and have your mobile phone ready to show your appointment SMS. Wear shirts that have sleeves that are easy to roll up, and come on time." At the moment, 24% of the island's population has been vaccinated, just over 117,000 people. So far, 376,000 people in Phuket have registered to be vaccinated through the government campaign. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Flight passengers traveling to Phuket domestically must present documents proving that the passenger is fully vaccinated or has tested negative for COVID-19 within the previous 72 hours, or they will not be allowed to board the plane. The directive was issued by the Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand just before 8 p.m. last night and stated, quote, "From 19 May 2021 onwards, passengers traveling by airline must present evidence to the airline staff from the originating airport. This is evidence of receiving 2 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine or a document confirming that COVID-19 was tested by RT-PCR or antigen rapid test within 72 hours prior to the journey and had a negative test result. If the passenger is unable to show any evidence, the passenger will be denied travel by the airline." The directive also noted that passengers traveling to Phuket must also have the Mo Chana app installed on their phone and have location sharing enabled on the app at all times for the duration of their stay in the island. Passengers must also register their travel details through the www.gophuket.com web portal. So far, Phuket officials have not made any announcements regarding allowing people arriving at the airport to enter quarantine after arriving, which is currently only available to people arriving in Phuket by road if they're unable to prove they've been vaccinated or tested negative for COVID 72 hours prior. Of note, Phuket officials made no announcement of the mandatory document checks for flight passengers coming to Phuket following the meeting of the Phuket Communicable Disease Committee at Phuket Provincial Hall this past Monday. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Phuket Extra will be right back after this. For the first time that all 3 challenges are completed, PVC Phuket will donate 100 life bags to One Phuket. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Well, the Phuket government has issued an order to allow government schools to open on June 1st and international schools to open on Monday, May 24th. The Education Ministry yesterday officially postponed the new school semester yet again to June 14th, but it's not clear if they mean Phuket. The order was issued to allow more time for teachers to get vaccinated against COVID, according to the Bangkok Post. As the Education Minister, Trinuch Tienton, said the postponement is due to the COVID-19 situation. She did say that if schools would like to start their semester on June 1st, they must assess their capability to do so through the Thai Stop COVID Plus online platform by the Public Health Office and ask for permission from the Provincial Disease Control Committee. At the moment, the Phuket News understands that schools in Bangkok and even as far as Trang will open on June 14th, although given the fact that Phuket has been given priority in other sectors like the mass vaccination rollout in anticipation of reopening the island to vaccinated international tourists on July 1st, it's still not clear if government schools on the island will open on June 1st or June 14th. Stay up to date with the latest at thephuket.news.com. As cases in Thailand's prisons continues to rise, the Justice Minister threw out an idea to release as many as 50,000 inmates eligible nationwide for early release. Currently, there are over 12,000 recorded COVID cases in prisons across Thailand, along with 35 correctional officers. The release of 50,000 inmates eligible for parole would lessen the burden on the correction department in treating these people. The country is now also pursuing shorter sentences for drug users, focusing instead on rehabilitative measures, according to the Justice Minister. Meanwhile, Thailand recorded 3,394 new COVID cases confirmed over the last 24 hours. 44% of them are in prisons nationwide. The new total is 116,949 cases since the pandemic began. 29 new COVID-19 deaths were also confirmed, which raises the death toll to 678. 63% of total patients have recovered. Since this third COVID-19 wave started at the beginning of last month, there have been 88,086 new cases, 53% of whom have recovered. Here in Phuket, the COVID-19 infection rate has fallen quite a bit over the last week, as the island recorded just 2 new COVID infections yesterday, according to the Provincial Public Health Office. Since the start of this third wave of COVID in early April, the total number of cases for the island is 610. 140 of those cases are still receiving medical care in Phuket. Most cases are in Wichit with 76, then Patong and Phuket Town, each with 59. Rasada has 55, Chungtalay has 45, and then Katu with 44. Thank you again for joining us today on Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVC Phuket. Visit them on Facebook. Join us again tomorrow. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.